Hello and welcome to another market update after market closed on 18th of April 2019. Here's where we look at the big picture of the stock market and see what it's doing in the short term, long term. Here's the S&P 500, which is the one we usually go by, and the years along the bottom here. And up here you see the price. So one of these little pegs is 1 week of action, and it's smoothed out for us by this blue line here, which is like an average, a moving average over the last 40 weeks at any given point. We call the bull market here right there with our proprietary system, and it was a great run there, amazing profits, and then told us to go to cash about there. And the system has said to be in cash ever since. We had this, looked over the edge of the cliff around Christmas Eve and then had this dramatic rise afterwards. Didn't like what it saw, and it's really taken what looks to be like the whole world economy with it. This was a blip, it seems now. And this market is desperate, it seems, to get above its all-time high, which is just there, and it's getting closer and closer. The system doesn't say that it's a brand new bull market just yet, but we're only just looking like just a couple of months away now, and have no reason to see why this is a phony rally. Looking at all my indicators here. Here's the S&P 500 on a shorter term scale, just over the last 6 months, get a bit more detail. And here's that bounce and those steps I've been commentating on here. It broke above resistance here from just about there, and then bounce, and that step really held nicely there. It went higher, pushed higher, and last week I said I just don't see it going lower, and sure enough it's just cheekily just edged up that little bit and holds that high ground here. This market can smell its all-time highs just there, and it wants to get there. Obviously anything can happen this week, but it would really struggling to find any reason for it to go down, and right now it's still pointing upwards. Let's take a look around. Bitcoin is pushing higher, but what smooths this out for us is by looking at this ETF of Bitcoin here, which is like a fund of it, and it's looking good, but it needs to. Here's this massive, long, grinding downtrend. It's pushed above, and it's maintaining above this 40-week moving average now. I want to see this 40-week moving average start to turn around, and then this will be a different picture. So it's almost there. Good news elsewhere in copper, that which is like our indicator of the world economy in general. It's not just broken above what was a descending 40-week moving average. Again, like the stock market, looked over a cliff, didn't like what it saw. Now what's really nice to see is this 40 moving average curling up like that, and it's holding above it. That's now actually more of a bullish chart for copper. That's what I want to see with Bitcoin as well. Commodities trade with corn. Looking like, one could snatch that quick profit here, but there's no reason to see it going down. It's just kind of in the middle ground right now, and when one's trading options, especially, it's good to take the money. And the other thing I was looking at was a bit of a kind of trophy asset there, because it got so cheap and it's so stable, which is Campbell's soup. And great progress in the week. There's nothing wrong with having a little pullback here, especially after this dramatic rise here. Again, though, it'd be good to see this 40-week moving average curling up. Nothing new this week, but that's just the weekly roundup, and I will speak to you next time.